I have a tattoo on my neck that says Memento Mori, which is Latin for remember you're going to die. And so I see that every single day. I'm fascinated by death. I know there's a finite amount of time that we're all going to have on this planet. And that saying YOLO, you only live once, is funny because most people use that phrase as an excuse to do something crazy or reckless. I use that phrase as a way to reprioritize and refocus my time and energy. I don't want to waste it. We're only here for a limited amount of time. And so I'm very conscious of that. So many of the authors that have written the books that I read, they talk about their mortality. They talk about the regrets that they have in life. They talk about the things that they wish they did differently. And I'm here to read those books, to absorb that understanding, and to change my life as a result of it. And so, yes, we're all going to die. And it's our responsibility to make the time that we have on this planet the best time ever. And so I have a lot of fun. My wife and I travel a lot internationally, and we definitely experience a lot of what life has to offer. When I was younger and when I didn't have my son, I did more of the adrenaline, extreme sports type stuff. Now it's about building a foundation that my children can leverage for the rest of their lives. And when I'm on my deathbed and I look back at my life, I want to say, wow, I really went for it and I really did the thing. And I don't have many regrets. I'm very proud of the life that I lived. I lived up to my potential. I impacted the world in a positive way. I left it better than when I came into it. And unfortunately, today we live in such a distracted society where people are consuming far more than they're creating. And I want people to say, Nick was a creator. He created value. He impacted people in a positive way. And yes, I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. We all could. But at the same time, I might live for another 100 years. And so I might as well leverage the compound effect and build some leverage now while I have the energy and while I'm aging backwards and getting healthier and healthier. And so I love life so much and I want to make the most of it. I really do. And so for my son, one of the best pieces of advice that I've been given so far is that our responsibility as parents is to help our children become who they're meant to be. Not craft them into what we want them to be, but help them become who they already are. And so my wife and I, we want more kids, of course. But for our son Levi today, I just want to create a reality where he feels unconditional love and support and he has a role model. Somebody said to me once, if Levi grows up to be exactly who you are today, would you be happy? And I said, yes, I would be. I'm proud of where I am in life. Yeah, I've got a long way to go. Yeah, I have a couple of regrets, but I'm doing the thing. I would love if he was this healthy, this happy, had such a great relationship like I do with my wife, was spiritually connected. And I'm going to continue that for as long as humanly possible.
I love that answer. I'm a bit ahead of you in terms of children. I have 2 boys, and that's how I see myself as well. I want them to see their parents trying and out there. I did not want to settle for a job and a paycheck. And I just wanted to show them that, hey, let's make an impact. In the last chapter in my book, we talk about 7 paradigms. It's about connecting with mortality. And the beautiful thing about connecting with mortality is when you realize you have a finite life, you start working on infinite things. It's a paradox. And the people who think they have an infinite life, which is not true, they're the ones who are doom scrolling and sort of wasting time because they think there's always tomorrow. But when you realize you have a finite life, you want today to count.
Yes.
Right? And I love what you said. And I think, I hope your son grows up like you because we need another Nick. We definitely need another Nick,